Hey guys, this is noname503 for a 3rd gen battle that we haven't done in a while. And this is a team that I made earlier, before I made my very first OU team, against the Killer Bee. He is on YouTube. I'll leave his channel in the description. And yeah, this turned out to be a very good game here. So let me just get things started here. Yeah, that was a notepad popping up. And yeah, you'll see me having to click this thing a bunch of times because, you know, I have the chat going and other things going. So anyways, he leads with a Sound Doom. I lead with my Tyranitar, the big CEO, because, yeah, he's a boss. And since I've been playing too much 5th gen, I just can't play with that weather, even if it's just a useless sandstorm. So anyways, yeah, because he burned me right off the bat, which is a great play by him, since most Tyranitars were physical and not special in Gen 3, as far as I'm aware. And it pretty much rendered him sort of kind of useless, so I switch out to my Suicune, predicting like a Hidden Power Ground or something. Or not a Hidden Power Ground, but I don't know what I predict from him, since Sound Dooms are special. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to go straight for a Surf, predicting him to switch and just hit whatever he reveals as his next poke. So he reveals that it's a Zapdos, and yeah, I just go for a Surf right there. That does about 25%, which tells me that he's probably he has some special defense investment. But for the most part, it was an alright hit. So I thought about just attacking him again, or going for a Calm Mind, but in the end, I decided it wasn't a very good play, so I got to my Venusaur, my Calicush right here, because, yeah, I believe Venusaur is UU in Gen 3, but, you know, I'll bring him up to OU. Let him shine. So anyways, yeah, we're, just sitting here. Excuse the mouse that's sitting there in the middle of the screen. I just obviously forgot to change it. So anyways, we're standing for standby right here, and I predicted him to switch out to either a Grass type or a Fire type, and I thought if it's a Fire type, I could Leech Seed it. And if it's a Grass type, then I'll just reveal that he has a Grass type. But he chooses to make the great play and set up a Substitute. And I don't know if Venusaur does learn Roar or something, but if it does, that'd be very helpful. It'd also be helpful to have that on either my Suicune or my Tyranitar. And yeah, other things are popping up. So he goes for a Hidden Power. I believe that was Hidden Power Fire. Would have helped him greatly if he had Hidden Power Ice in that situation, but he didn't. So that kind of sucks. And yeah, I'm just going to go for a Rock Slide there just to break the sub. And he's just going to go for a T-Bolt just to get off a neutral hit. That's going to do about 40%, which is good, but next turn I thought I could just hit off a Rock Slide and kill the Zapdos, but he switches out to something, I don't know. I also could have set up a Dragon Dance there on the switch, but yeah. And I don't know how much that Rock Slide would have done, but it missed, so, you know, we'll never know. So anyways, I'm going to switch here because I don't know what this Snorlax is going to want to do. So, yeah, I believe I switch out to my Venusaur because I'm going to try and get the Leech Seed and the Toxic on it. And he goes for this huge return right here, and I knew right off the bat that he was banded. I thought he might have, like, Chesto Berry or Lumberry or something like that, since I didn't see the recovery, but, yeah. He's a banded set, so I just go for a Sleep Powder. Just to put him to sleep, and then I thought I could just Leech Seed him and then just get some recovery and get on out of there, but he gets the first turn wake up and ends up killing Venusaur, so that really sucks, but oh well. The good thing about it is that since the 3rd gen mechanics are different, all the after turn effects happen when both Pokemon are on the field. So first of all, I get the Intimidate off on his Choice Band, and then second of all, since my Salamence is at kind of low health, I do get some valuable leech seed recovery, and then I just go for the Dragon Claw there, just because that's my most powerful stab move. But unfortunately, I forgot that all Dragon type moves are special in Gen 3, and I made this max attack adamant, and not the special Salamence, which is why that Flygon lives. So I'm obviously going to have to go and change the Salamence's set in the future. And yeah, that really sucks right there. That was a very costly just EVing mistake. And yeah, right here we're just kind of chatting, and I'm like, oh damn, that's right. So as I go out to my Skarmory right here, the Bowwing, because it can take almost any hit from this Flygon that it wants to, other than like a Fire Blast or something. But yeah, so I know a Fire Blast wouldn't kill me. So I just choose to set up a layer of spikes, get some hazards going, and yeah, this Flygon's just getting a little too much health, so now I decide to go out to my Suicune right here, because I know Fire Blast won't do very much, and it's going to allow me to either get a rest off, depending on how much it did, or go for a Calm Mind and a Surf. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go for a Surf right here, and I believe he's going to switch. Yeah, he does. And goes out to a Snorlax, who's going to take some decent spikes damage, and because Snorlax has nice special bulk, it's not going to take too much. But at least the Sandstorm damage here is racking up very nicely. And I obviously don't want to take a return right there, and I just clicked on the bag by mistake. So I go back out to my Skarm, I believe, hoping that I could take a return fairly well and try and get up another layer of spikes. But unfortunately, he just goes for the self-destruct, which is going to take down my Skarmory as well, and that's a Choice Banded self-destruct. So that's not very good. So anyways, I think he's going to send back out his Flygon, but he chooses to send out his Gengar, and I go and send out my CEO right here, my Tyranitar. And Tyranitar puts in pretty good work for this battle, so I'm thinking what he can do other than HP fighting, and I go and set up a Dragon Dance, which negates my burn and gets me up to +1 speed, so I'm attacking him at neutral, and I'm at +1 speed. So, yeah, that means Tyranitar can just come in and start balling again, but he goes for the explosion right there, because Tyranitar's a tankly tankster, and I do have that defense investment. I'm able to take that fairly well, and he brings in his Flygon right here, but since I am at +1 speed, I am going to be able to outspeed his Flygon, and just fire off the Ice Beam. And some people do have the Taunt on their T-Tar, but I do carry the Ice Beam for Flygon and Salamence, since outside of my own Salamence, once it has up a Dragon Dance, Ice Beam is pretty much my best counter to it. So it comes this Regice right here, and basically Tyranitar is giving me a pretty big lead right here, allowing me to do some very valuable work, thinking that I can actually win a 3rd gen battle. And then I just go for the Rock Slide right there. That does much less than I thought it would do. So his Regice is obviously physically bulky. As far as I know, most of them tend to be special bulky, but I have never used a Regice before, ever, not even in in-game. So I really wouldn't know how to use one. So anyways, yeah, he just gets some lefties recovery right there, and I just go for a Toxic. He Thunder Waves my wall, my fortress, so that was really useless. But I just get a Toxic on him, and at this moment I'm thinking that this is very nice. So then, yeah, I just go for a Protect, just to scout what he's going to do. Yeah, we get it standing by. And, yeah, then he goes out to his Houndoom, and I just go for a Protect. And unfortunately, I can't stall him out with Sandstorm and go for another Protect because he does have the leftovers. So I'm going to switch out to Suicune right here. Now it's going to go for a Fire Blast, and yeah, Suicune's going to take more damage from that than he took from his Flygon, but that's still not going to do very much. I don't remember what his other poke is. That's right, it's Zapdos. So, yeah, I just decided to go for a Surf, but he obviously decides to stand because he doesn't want his Zapdos taking any damage. So we just go for a Surf right here and take down his Houndoom. And yeah, we're waiting, Mr. Link, standby. And then he sends out his Zapdos, which, unfortunately, since there aren't any Stealth Rocks, that would be very helpful. Help this thing take some damage. And yeah, I'm looking over my options right here. And I do believe I go out to Salamence because I knew I could take a T-Bolt and fire off a quicker Rock Slide. And yeah, I barely take that. And now Skype's popping up. But because I didn't take that as well as I'd initially thought I would and could, but really I should have just Death Foddered my Suicune and then safely brought in my Salamence. That would have won me the game right there because the Rock Slide is super effective to his Zapdos and his Regice, but in the end it didn't matter, so I just go get off a Toxic. I thought he would substitute right there, but he obviously was fearing the explosion, even though in the end it really wouldn't matter. But yeah, I'm just gonna try and protect Stall right here and protect Toxic Stall. And yeah, stuff. So yeah, stuff. So then I'm going to Death Fodder my Suicune, which I should have done earlier. I hate to say that Death Fodder and Suicune in the same sentence, but you know, they really should have been done earlier so I could bring in my Salamence, and then from that point I just would have finished up right here. But now I went from like a 4-2 lead to down 2-1 right here, but you see that Fortress has got this right here, so I'm going to protect up here. He goes for the T-Bolt, and yeah, the Toxic damage is going to kill him this turn. And yeah, I'm just going to get some very nice leftovers recovery because I'm not taking damage from the Sandstorm, and down goes that Zapdos. So now I'm thinking good game right here because all he has left is his Regice, and yeah, the Toxic will just take it out, and he's not going to be able to recover with leftovers because of Toxic. So anyways, his Regice isn't going to go down from the poison right here, and I'm thinking GG, I call GG, but whenever I call GG it doesn't work out for me because he actually turns out to be a Rest Talker set, as you will see in a moment. And he just goes and falls asleep and gets rid of all his Toxic damage, and then I just get the random hair hacks right there. So, yeah, stuff happens, and I just fire off an Earthquake just because he actually doesn't have the Sleep Talk. He only has the Rest. And basically what would have ended up happening is that it would have been a huge stall war, so I just decided to hit the run button, but both KillerBee and I agreed that it was a draw to avoid a huge stall battle. We're just talking about what we're going to do here, since obviously Fortress can protect all day long. And yeah, so I'm just the one who decides to run, but we both agree in the end that it's a draw. So at least I didn't lose this time. But yeah, it was still a good game though. So I'll leave KillerBee's description in the channel, or no, his channel in the description. Golly, I hate freaking English. And go check him out. Haven't done a 3rd gen battle in my, but all you guys seem to like those. So yep, here is one. And always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to both me and KillerBee after you're done checking his channel out. And peace.